A lot of my visible work has been the videos that I've made, and I've made and posted those consistently enough for that to be a recognizable amount of work. I've also been making art, like tangible art in traditional media, and my goal has been to develop a style and ask various AI models about my style and develop that over time. So now I have pieces that I've published digitally that have update sequences. They have reasons that I would be curious to update them in the future. And that's mostly when I have the energy and when I remember the piece. And I can there's an amount of unpredictability with TikTok's find similar feature, which can be a dimension to motivate storytelling, and I'm not sure where that will go. The point of this video is to describe that I have paintings since 2023. I had other paintings, and I haven't been able to access them recently. So there's another layer of lore that has been necessary for tuning the reasons why I've engaged with the digital space the way that I have. And the gap between them has guided my understanding of which systems need to be resilient in which ways, and where some of those low hanging fruit are. Posting art online is necessary for a while, and after a while, it stops being worthwhile because people get used to seeing the art and don't imagine anything more. So I would recommend painters and other visual artists paint their style and post some of their pieces online consistently for a couple of years. Then focus on demonstrating a different layer of attention, particularly towards developing a grounded relationship in community and derivative network relationships. So start with community and form a network from the coincidence that emerges. And after a while, when you have a relationship to a rhythm about intent, return to some of your old pieces. As artists in the world, we won't always have access in the same ways to what we create. And we can encourage people to invest into stability and make some of those structures more accessible. And we can describe the artists who haven't been compensated for their contributions and who benefits from that, who benefits from someone pouring their soul into the world. Maybe in some abstract sense, the person who poured their soul into the world, though we might mind longer term motivations. Who feels inspired and how? I was working on a movie last year, and the pieces meant to tell the story got rearranged, which hurt. Not being able to tell that story and having it relate to a relationship with a broader community was difficult to process. And it is possible to arrange art into a form that AI can tell a story on top of, and people who have seen your art and associated it with the meaning that it carries can relate to it however they do. My art is intentionally grounded like an electrical circuit, a five-dimensional electric circuit of electrical equipment. If I remember, I might look up the grammar on that. The ecosystem points to itself towards marketing, which can feel flat, but also it has taken years for this to develop. So the amount of time that it takes to market, I hope to have associated with rhythms that are aligned with human paces. Like, ideally, everyone would have enough income and no one would feel exploited. And I've already created this art and posted it online and made thousands of videos and been present in this way. Someone else might be motivated to do something similar. And I believe if that is true, if someone else copies that, we should make it more possible for them to stabilize a community the ways they need to. And by making this video, I hope I'm describing that it's more worthwhile for you to have updated opinions about your relationship with the pieces that eventually people can be inspired to buy from. Not all of the pieces we want to make available will be available, and shipping might be a barrier, and eventually there might be other dimensions of meaning exchange that we need to mind. So in some forms, posting art consistently and having it possibly returned to digitally, and having a relationship with how your development intent relates to where it is, that's what most people can do. And wherever we flow is wherever we do. Ideally, these motions would be accessible enough to stabilize dimensions of economic engagement. And I'm describing that this can be scaled across 45 brands in parallel. So the Boon Bane Bone concept as a marketing engine, that's what I'm describing. Cheers. And the remainder of the concept is mostly a teaser. I invented a language based in chemistry and physics. The ways we wonder and produce media might describe pleasant reasons to exchange engagement. I hope to describe concepts that can be extended. I hope to describe a relationship to time and development, and wonder about the future. Cheers.